Welcome back to Say No More Media. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell. I'm fresh off of a couple of lives today, so I just thought tonight was a good night to jump on, just have a Q&A, and just tap in with the people and see what you guys got going on. Right now, earlier today, I tapped into DMVR's live. I checked out Big Dog Chico earlier. Let me see. Was just on Buffed and Prime's live. So today I spent a lot of time just tapping in with everybody, seeing what the climate, what the vibe was today. Got some good news. It was good to see a lot of people, tapped in, everybody jumping back on live today. You get a lot. I get a lot of different media from a lot of different people. So I like to tap in and see what everybody got going on. But right now, like I talked about earlier, we're gonna do a live reaction. Let's get there. Yeah, yo, what's good? What's good? If you're just coming over from the other chat, tap in. It's the word. All right, we're gonna do a live reaction to the Pregame Network. Colorado Strength staff is setting the tone. Go like, comment, and subscribe to their channel as well. We'll be pausing and doing a live reaction here, but if you're coming over from the other live right now, the BP, hey, it was good to see them brothers back on, bro. They took a long hiatus, but we're going to see what went on. This came out this morning, so we're going to see what's up. If you in here, tap in.
Biggest. I'm the biggest. I really could do two players. Receiver. What you mean?
Right. Let me see. What's good? What's good? All right, y'all. Yeah, if y'all in here, tap in. Let me know where you watching from. We about to do a live reaction real quick on this Friday night. Appreciate y'all being in here. We're going to see what they got going on.
They don't want to see a big dog. They don't want to see a big dog, man. Biggest. I'm the biggest. I really could do two plays. They just don't want to see it right now. It is what it is, man.
Hey, that face right there screams he is not doing two plates at all. Yo, what's the word? What's good? What's up? All right, let's see what they got going on real quick. That face right there screams he is not throwing two plays right now. Yeah. Both like the same height. Yo. You already know. Glad to have you guys in here. It's been a great day, bro. It's been a great day. A lot of Cam Duncan. I'm gonna give you Cam Duncan's been on one. I just joined the live for the first time with some. I haven't been on other lives with people before. That was interesting. That was real interesting. But nah, salute to them, brothers. Glad to see they back on here. Larry from Atlanta, what's the word? Larry Lightfoot from Atlanta, what's the word? Cam Duncan, that's crazy. Not gonna hold you. Yeah, glad to see y'all back, bro. It's a late night. I know it. I just thought I'd tap in. I was already on everybody's lives today. I had pushed this one to the morning, but I think I'll still do the morning. I'm just gonna do a late night, see what y'all got going on. But right now I'm doing a live reaction to Pregame Network. Colorado Strength staff is setting the tone. As you can see, I watch everybody's channel, bro. I really don't have a dog in the fight. I just like Colorado, and I think everybody has good takes. You know what I'm saying? If I disagree with something, I'll definitely let it be known. You feel me? Y'all know my channel. If I don't agree with something, I'll let it be known. But for the most part, today I jumped on a few lives. It was some good stuff being put out there, bro. So salute to everybody out there doing their thing, bro.
All right, Corbin. Here we go. Get as tall as you can with each ball. Get tall.
Let's go.
There we go.
It's cool.
12 to 10 weights in between every set. Let's go.
Good.
It's good to see a lot of these guys adjusting to that altitude. Cam, what's up, bro? What's up? So what's the word, bro? What's up with you with these team streets, fam? What be going on, bro? Yeah, I think that would be cool. I'm honestly still learning how to use the So all I gotta do is invite you. Hold on, let me see. Invite guest. Send this link to your guest. You may also share your instructions. You can have up to 6 people on screen. Let me see. Let me see if this works real quick. All right, I think that's the link right there, right? If you want to jump, if you're trying to tap in on the live right now, click the link. Let's get it. We can talk some football on here tonight for sure. Let me know if that link works, though. Appreciate you, Larry Lightfoot. Yeah, I'm really learning StreamYard. I ain't going to hold you. I'm really learning StreamYard like that. So if y'all want to jump in and tap in for sure.
Let's go. What up? Here you go.
That's Demetrius.
That's a grown man. You calling me a liar? That's crazy. You calling me a hater?
Yeah, I'm gonna pause that real quick. Add this to the stage. But yeah, nah, I think I'll do that, bro. I don't think I have a problem with doing that. You feel me? I think that'll be a good look having people come on today. I jumped on DNVR's live earlier. I was listening to them. Who else I tap in? You know, I just got off of Buffed and Prime. Good to see them back. Always some good football when you get to hear from them. But yeah, most definitely earlier today, we were just doing, for me, just been working on this Where Are They Now project, you know, with all the Colorado football. You know, right now in February, it's just for us, it's just really like as content creators, we're really talking about what we expect from Colorado, what you know, who the depth chart is. You know, I salute myself because I'm seeing a lot of stuff that I did probably like 2-3 weeks ago, like depth chart. If y'all was on the channel, if y'all been following here for a minute, like y'all seen the depth charts I did a long time ago, you feel me? So I'm starting to see people do that now. So that always puts me, let me know I'm on the right, you know, I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the right foot when it comes to that. Let me see if I can find some of this stuff from back in the day. Oh, I gotta go way, way back. But yeah, if y'all could click that link, if you guys are trying to jump on the live, let me know. If not, I'm gonna get back to reviewing this. But if that link works, jump on for sure.
I wasn't looking at Tulsa. That's light as hell. I wasn't looking at Tulsa. Give it a bit.
It's
5 already. Homies out there. On what?
Oh, also, yeah, if you guys have I'm gonna tell you, if y'all seen earlier, I've been going, you know, there's been a lot of stuff in my comments about how much I talk on the live stream or whatever. But you guys, what we don't understand is for YouTube, you can't just let the whole video play if you're doing a live reaction. You feel me? Like you gotta actually pause and commentate on whatever you're live reacting to. Otherwise, you know, YouTube is gonna be like, you're just replaying people's content. And I never don't want to replay nobody's content. But I'm always going to do a live reaction if I see something I want to talk about. I'm talking about, so if you see my latest video, the comments I put out, there's a lot of people saying, oh, you talk too much. Oh, it is what it is. I don't take that. Yeah, I'll tune in to Buffed and primarily. T-Cal is good. The brother don't. Yeah, there's a lot of channels, and I feel like everybody has their own lane for which channel they like and support. And I feel like you can like and support who you want to. That's why I'm definitely not going to be as a grown man and just as somebody who's a content creator, I'm not going to be swayed in anybody's direction. I like what I like from some people's channel. Some people I don't watch, some people I do. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like everybody has their own right to support and like whoever you want. It's just not that serious to me, bro. Like for me, it's really not that serious. I ain't in Colorado. I ain't on staff. I ain't getting paid. And I feel like everybody has an opinion. You know what I'm saying? So opinion is cool. And if you have a strong opinion, stand on your word, stand on business. You feel me? I don't mind. Stand on business. You can be here and you can look at stuff. It is what it is. It doesn't mean that I can't watch somebody else because, you know, somebody don't like them. I mean, I always grew up, you mind your business and you stay in your lane. So if it ain't directly affecting me, then that ain't my business like that. You feel me? But if I do see something, like I'll react to something if I feel like, hey, what's going on here? And if it's kind of popular, if it's trending, then I'll kind of react to it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back. I wanted to react to this early. Let me see what's going on.
Yo. Oh, yeah, my bad.
Okay, I see this brother's the running back too, right? So I'm looking forward to seeing all these guys get their opportunity this year, especially these guys coming over from the FCS level. Somebody like Damian Henderson, who's familiar with the offense, who understands the Go-Go's, can really bring these guys up to speed. Because this offseason, when you're implementing a brand new offense like they are doing, we got to understand the offensive line has to learn the blocking schemes, the zone, the double teams, the counters, how to get to the next level, all that. So having somebody like Damian Henderson, you already see them getting together outside of, practice. He can kind of bring them up to speed. Does it give him an advantage? Yeah, it gives him an advantage. But Coach Omarion is going to be leaning on him to bring the other guys up to speed. It's up to him to be a good teammate and just do what he do. You know what I'm saying? Like, teach him. If you better than somebody, you're going to be better than them. That's just how competition goes. What up, Ulysses? What's the word, bro? Just seen you over there on BIP, bro. What's good? What's the word? I decided to do a late night. I seen everybody was lit over there, and he just turned it off. So I was like, shoot, everybody come over here. We'll keep it lit. So you get your stuff off, bro. You know this the chat. To get it off. I ain't going to censor nobody. Unless you talking way too crazy, then I ain't going to put it up there because I'm not going to get demonetized. Yeah, I ain't going to hide nothing. Bro, yeah, it was just on another channel also, so I peeked in, but he definitely gets no support from me. Really, he's a complete clown. It's embarrassing to see how much heat that man has. Oh, man, yeah, I feel you, bro. Like I said, to each its own, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is. I appreciate you being here and watching the channel, bro. Salute, respect. All right, I'm going to get back to doing this live review real quick.
Hey, that looks so much better, bro. Great job.
Good job, man. Good job. Let's go, Phil.
Houston. Houston's pancake.
Good. Come on. Good job.
Demetrius Pancake Hunter is really Demetrius Pancake Hunter is really gonna be. It's really his spot to lose, of course. That's just off of stats and what he did for Houston last season. If you go back and watch the tape versus Colorado, he had exceptional tape inside the Big 12. He was moving our D lineman. I ain't gonna hold you. I have intel with the team for sure. Cam Duncan, that's what's up, bro. Salute. I respect that for sure. Like I said, yeah, respect to you too, brother. For sure. Absolutely. Yeah. We kind of seen Coach Prime come out and said that. He already said it. It ain't no secret. I think he said that on one of the videos already. I understand, bro. That's why I just mind my business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, Houston for sure gave us belt. You was on demon time over there though, Cam Duncan, bro. You was on one. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't ever seen you with that. Whoa. bro was on 10.
Good check. They're gonna drive here. Good. Drive it up. Drive it up. Put up. There you go. Good. Come on. There you go. Come on. Got 5 each side. Good. Come on. Drive it up. Come on. More explosive. There you go. 1. There you go. Good. Come on. 2. Good. Come on. 3. Up. 4. 2. 5. There you go.
Okay.
Good. Come on. Get the speed.
This looks like a lot of Coach Swayze's guys that he actually got in the building with him. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. A lot of them look like. I have a dark side that goes out once in a while. What's the word though? Can you give us a backstory about where this all started and how it started? If you got intel in Colorado, I would love to get the inside scoop. You know what I'm saying? What's the word? I want to know some inside stuff that go on. Fill us in, brother. Fill us in, bro. Let us know something we don't know, man. I'm trying to hear something. Them boys been grinding together. I'm excited to see how they put it together. I believe in them. Yeah, absolutely, bro. That only builds anticipation for the season when you understand that, man, it's not set up for us to win in 2026, especially with the schedule, 3 or 4 on the road. our easiest opponent might be considered Weber State, and they in those games they got to come out and do statement games. I'm talking about put like 70, like some of them NCAA video game scores. They got to come out and make a statement because we're trying to crack the top 25. Oh, okay. So you tapped in. All right, brother. I ain't trying to get you in trouble. I respect, like I said, I ain't gonna try to do too much. Respect though, bro, for sure. I ain't never see you was definitely on 10 though, for sure. But definitely good sign seeing them together. As we, just being on different lives today. Like you can see, there's definitely different people who have access that I don't have, and people who know stuff that we don't know. Of course, as fans and supporters, we want to know. You know what I'm saying? But also, it probably gets a little deeper pause than I even want to be involved in like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish my hope is that we're successful this season, and that we have a lot of stuff, some good stuff to talk about, especially like on a winning record. You feel me? I hope they fix the issues that plagued us last season, because I'm not one of those guys who's gonna act like nothing went wrong last season. Y'all know the channel. We got to keep it real on here, but there was a lot of stuff that just wasn't cool last season, and I feel like from the evaluation of the talent, the depth chart, who we put out there, we got to get a lot better in 2026. Because that's the only way we're going to get better is if we actually talk about the stuff and not try to act like it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that happens in football, the only way you get better is you address it. The team looks completely different this year, more focused in Prime is involved, but leave it up to someone else. We only win 4 games. Yeah, I think that's important, but I think I agree with you there. My bad using voice text, but I was saying we are supposed to be winning only 4 games. Leave it to someone else. I definitely want to see us above 500, and I don't think we're going to win 4 games, but I understand the strength of schedule and what we're up against, and the teams that we're facing have gotten better this season. So I tend to say, to answer your question directly, bro, right? Damn, I just had a thought and I lost it. My bad. So for us, we got better, right? And we're seeing who we got in the portal. And we did get a lot better. I mean, look at us last season. We had to get better. But other teams got better too. They had a bigger collective money. They brought in higher talent, better transfer portal players too. So with us being 3-9 and 1-8 last season, that's like the Jets, right? In the NFL getting better. They added talent, but we don't think that the Patriots are going to get better. And you know what I'm saying? Other teams, the Dolphins are going to get better. Teams that are better than us are going to get better. So yeah, realistically, I say we win at least. I say we should be competing for a Big 12 championship season, but we have to look at this talent who we had coming in, and the depth chart has to work. Like this portal has to work because of who we brought back, which is not a lot. You know what I'm saying? This portal has to work. That's a great point, though, bro. I don't think people know how big of a deal Coach Prime not being around last year was due to his cancer. Was on last year's team, which is why everything is so different in Team of Vibes. Now, I agree with you there. Oh, yeah. Oh, you already know. Colorado, you already know we broke down the whole portal for sure. And I agree with you there. And there's another point I want to add to that. I'm glad you said that. I think, and I've been following the team for a minute, but I also feel like this is the first year we seen real business. It didn't feel like the Jackson State players who came over, the Travises, the Shadors, like the people who would actually play for Prime for like free, because they knew what he was bringing. We knew the movement. This year was the first time we got to really deal with like transfer portal, like business. What could you do for me? What can I do for you? You pair that with Coach Prime not being in the locker room and being gone for surgery. A lot of the guys he left in charge, if you ask me, I don't know if they got big-headed or they just expected the same success, but we feel like the players felt like they were just expected to win. Like they were just going to piggyback off of last season's success, and they seen what that team did it. But you got to look at the players that did it. It was players that, you feel me, would take the pay cuts. You know what I'm saying? That would actually, that's why I feel like this 2025 team was the first team that was not like those guys who was like, they were playing for more than that. You could tell by the body language on the sideline and stuff. I don't know if everybody was bought in last season. I'm just saying, being on a football team, you could see the difference. When guys are bought in, they were, it didn't look like a lot of times they were having fun. So this season, that's true. Having Coach Prime here, having him doing the team bonding, having people around there kind of taking on the identity of the coach, because that wasn't the identity of Coach Prime last season for sure. I mean, you gotta, because you know why? Because you gotta look good, feel good, but you gotta play good. That's why I always say that philosophy and how we do it only works if you put in belt. It looks crazy if we still doing the same stuff. We coming out, hopping out with the speaker, and we got the chains and the glasses and the Louis, all that, and we getting belt. You feel me? So that's why this season, yeah, I agree with you. Like, him being around is going to help the team, as well as the new hiring on the coaching staff, the adjustments that they made to last season. Listen, last season, you have to make adjustments after that. I just want you to let you know, keep on talking, bro, because I'm learning a lot. Don't listen to the other knuckleheads. Oh, yeah, it's all good, bro. I take it with a grain of salt. That's what comes with YouTube, constructive criticism. Like I said, this is just, we're making content. I don't think I know everything, you know what I'm saying, but I do like to talk. That's for sure. Appreciate you, Stanley Dill, for sure, brother. When Coach Prime wasn't around, the players didn't take anything serious with the workouts, and none of the coaches anything about it. Exactly, bro. So, and that's not even me being around. That's just me feeling like they got in front of Bucky, got in front of Darius, and they was just popping it like they was like that, and then getting belt. That's not what this is built on. They lost the whole identity now. I'm not going to put it all on the players neither, though. Bad schemes last year, bro. Bad evaluation on who got on the field last year, bro. There were some dogs sitting on that sideline. So I think accountability has to be spread around. I'm not just going to throw all that on the players and just say, oh, we missing the portal. We had some talent last season. We had some close games. Some of that stuff was a collective effort last season. I'm not going to throw it all on the players. I don't think that's fair neither. I don't think anybody nobody would do that anyways. That's why Coach Prime came out and already took accountability and said, that's on me. That's what you're supposed to do as a head coach. You're not supposed to come out there and say, oh, the players I got now. Did we have some players who we thought was going to live up to expectations who didn't? Yeah, we did. That's why we're paying a lot more close attention to this year's portal, because we seen last year we just trusted the portal, and then next thing you blinked and they was 3-9 and 1-8, bro. And we all felt the same way, like, bro, what just happened? Like, what just happened? You know what I'm saying? And then everybody has a different explanation. But then there's people, the eye in the sky don't lie. The film don't lie, bro. Like, we can have all of our opinions. I can have my opinion. Coach Prime wasn't here. Portal, evaluation, the play on the field, the 400 yards per game, the 200 yards passing a game, the 200 yards rushing a game, the over almost 7 yards per carry in the fourth quarter. That's not anything that we're used to, bro. So something had to get fixed, and I'm glad that we're seeing that something's getting fixed, and I'm glad that we're seeing that we're making the adjustments in 2026, because this is the season where they just come out and try to lay the hammer on us, bro. Like, when they just come out and try to say, you know what, 1 out of 3 winning seasons, the project didn't work. This is the barrier season. That's why I'm so high on this transfer portal class, because if they can buy into the philosophy, if we're getting guys who have something to prove out of the portal, we can shock the world, bro. Like, I'm definitely gonna ride with my team for sure. I think we can compete for the Big 12 title, but it's not gonna be easy. It's not just gonna be a tough road. Like, when you're rebuilding like that, I would have liked to rebuild with I would have liked to keep Byard. I would have liked to keep Merritt, McPherson. I would have liked to keep a lot of those guys. But so much happened last season, my personal opinion. A lot of people who stayed around and seen stuff that happened, some of them you had to let go. Some of them, they decided this ain't for me. Some of them went, and some of them moved on to bigger programs. That's how you know we had talent, because talent, you don't get to a Texas A&M, you don't get to an Arizona State, you don't get to an LSU, you don't get to Notre Dame, you don't get to Tennessee if we didn't have some talent on the team. We have some talent. Every year they've been having dogs on the bench. Each year, one of the best players emerges from the bench 3 to 4 games into the season. I want them to have the best guys earlier in the season. Yeah, depth chart evaluation. I lost it last year, bro. Jeremiah Brown should have been on the field from day one. Meyer should have been on the field. Slaughter and Byard should have been our safeties. Now, I'm not in Boulder, so I don't know. Like, from playing college football, I understand, like, if you're not watching a lot of tape, like, they monitor the film. Let's say Ben Finiseth was on his film board. Like, Ben was actually watching tape, and they're going with the guy who had 4 hours of study time on film compared to maybe Slaughter was only watching 3 hours. I'm not saying none. This is just allegedly. This is a scenario. I don't know what went into picking, like, the final depth chart, but all I know is the guys who was supposed to be, like, showed it in practice, belt in the game. So we got to change that this season. I feel like we gotta pair it with who we're facing against the game. Some guys we have might be better versus Georgia Tech. We might need a more of an elusive DN or a power edge rusher versus this tackle versus an elusive edge rusher based on the weakness, attack the weaknesses of the other team. You know, you might have a guy whose specialty is a bull rush on the team, right? But our starter is a more of a finesse guy on the end. Start the guy who's a bull rush, move him around, attack the other team's weaknesses. You dig what I'm saying? That's football. That's football one-on-one. That's how you win the game. I do think we surprised Georgia Tech and set the standard game one. I do think that's the most important game, win or lose. The storyline out of Georgia Tech game should be, wow, that looked very good. Yeah, it has to be belt. And that's why I was just on BIP talking to him about what he thought about Brendan Marion versus the new defensive coordinator, because he likes to blitz. He likes to bring a lot of pressure. And I'm eager to see how Marion comes out and sets the standard. And our defense too. The defense really has to set the standard for the game versus Georgia Tech for sure. We got it. Now they got some talent at running back. They had talent last year, bro. And they added a running back from where, what was it, Michigan, or they got some big boys in the trenches too. It's gonna be a good game. Bro, you know what I love about this squad this year? That we got the portal. Most of these young men were all leaders in prior schools. Yeah, and I'm not knocking anybody from last season because I don't like to knock the players, and I don't want to put it all on the players. You got to still lead these young men. You still got to coach these young men. You still got to put them in the position, and they got to make the plays. So it works. And football is 11. It's not just 11 on 11. It's the assistant coach. It's the play call. You know, a great defensive coordinator, a great offensive coordinator can scheme their players open. A great defensive coordinator can put not the best guys in a good position, but give them enough to where they can rally around the ball. I don't think it was all players last season. Now, did we have some guys who missed a little bit? Yeah, that didn't live up to expectations for sure. Right on, Ulysses, for sure, Brody. I hope that's a play difference and the guys mesh well on the field. Yeah, it kind of looked like they shut it down towards the end of the season, and that's what I didn't understand. Someone playing, film time was determinant for someone playing versus not playing. Yeah, I've watched enough, and I'm not even in Boulder, but I've watched enough videos because I watch them a lot to understand if you're not in your playbook, he's tracking that time. You did that to yourself. So, and that's why I'm going to say there's a lot of stuff that goes inside that we might not know about. Like, yeah, we wanted this dude on the field, but he ain't putting in that time on the playbook. He's late to a meeting. I'm not putting that on any one of the players, but the most talented guy just ain't going to see the field. He's going to be held to the same standard as everybody else. Now, there might be some stories, you know what I'm saying, that some people slip through the cracks, like, you know, Jordan Seaton, your all-pro left tackle, if he late to a meeting, I don't know. I'm not going to say that he didn't held over. I'm just going to say that there's certain reasons why some players didn't see the field that didn't have to do with talent. Bell, what up, bro? SKD, what's the word, bro? Appreciate y'all here on this late night live. I was just lit over there in BIP right now. Earlier, I was on Big Dog Chico's channel because they were supposed to have Brendan Marion. I look up and this got rescheduled to the 20th. So I just checked out his live for a little bit. You feel me? And then I went on DMVR earlier, checked them out, see what they was talking about. That GT game drove me nuts. We should have won that game. Yeah, that was a close game. Even with Haynes King, still, we had all that time to prepare for him. He still ran for that amount of time on us. We still were in the game. It was just, we didn't make Caden Salter comfortable. Caden Salter, I'm not even going to put it all on him. We just didn't. We had 3 turnovers in the first half and we didn't score. You got to dial up something to get us in the end zone, period. You got to dial up something to get us in the end zone. Either running the ball, we got to dial up something to get in the end zone. 3 turnovers in the first half, we don't score. That's a play calling problem. Coach Prime needs to prove to these folks that he can coach. This is a make or break type season. What up, Too Much Drama? Appreciate you in here, bro. Yeah, I mean, this is going on year 4. We took over a team who was not very good. He came in the first season, cleaned house, said this is Louis season, got that squad he was looking for. The problem was they were seniors. So he got them for like a 1-year rental, basically, right? That 2024 portal, and then we lost some key guys in 2025. So that's why I'm looking at this season like, oh, damn, are we not doing it again, right? Because we lost Colton Hood, we lost Green, Yeah, I mean, we lost some guys who could have helped us. Trevor Woods, I felt, could have really helped us last season, bro. I feel like Trevor Woods could have stepped in there, somewhere on the field. He was a playmaker, bro. Look what Trevor Woods did 2023. It was just I wish guys would have stayed down. Jeremiah Brown got close to leaving. Imagine if Jeremiah Brown really would have jumped in that portal last season, bro. He was close. He was close. He was this close. So this is definitely a make or break season. That's why I'm looking forward to these 2026 commits. You learn a lot from last season, and it looks like the guys on paper and right now, all we can judge off right now, bro, real talk, all we can judge off right now is what we're seeing in the meeting rooms, what the philosophy, them bonding, lifting and conditioning. That's all we can see right now. Spring balls, and we're going to get a closer evaluation. When they get the pads on, that's when it really gets real. And then it's all about each game. I think Brendan Marion, we're really going to see 4 to 5 guys go for 500 yards this season. We're really going to run the ball. We're really going to run the ball this season. For real, we're going to run the ball. And we got players here that will understand, we're going to run the ball first, bro, because that's how you win. I don't care if we run it all season as long as we win. Yeah, the players they got were leaders, but also had very good production coming in. Absolutely. That's why he has eyes on everything now, for sure. No rappers, celebs, or college game day this year. Let's go blue collar this season. Man, we need that back. I mean, that's the identity of us. We can't scale it back. I mean, I agree with you too much, but we can't scale it back. We got to step it up. That's the Coach Prime way. We look good, rappers in the building, chilling, and we put belt on y'all, but period. We put belt on y'all. Straight up. That has to be it. We can't dial it back. We got to step it up. We got to dial up the plays. We got to get the right personnel in there. We got to out-scheme these guys. We got to outthink these coaches, and we got to put belt on them on the field. Rob J, what's up, Rob? What up, brother? What's the word? What's the word? Too much drama. That's a good point, though, bro. But if they gonna be there, bro. What? No rappers on the sideline? That wouldn't be Colorado. That wouldn't be Colorado, bro. I don't think we need to change it. I think I think we could tweak it. I think these guys got to understand what it's really like to play for Colorado, and I think it's sweet. You getting everybody's best every year. Oh, okay. Let me see. Jags just announced they are going to use Travis at full-time DV and part-time wide receiver. Interesting. Yeah, hopefully his body can keep up, bro. That's always been everybody's talk. I was 100% on Travis playing both ways, but his body, bro, it's tough. Them boys, everybody in there is Travis Hunters was Travis Hunter in a sense when they was in college. They was all like that. So his body keeping up to that NFL grind, that's all that's stopping him right now. Conditioning, we know we could do it, but his body just came from BIP 2. What's your overall opinion on receiver room? We got too much talent. I feel like Scudero is our most seasoned receiver. I feel like Joseph Williams is gonna stay outside. I don't see Joseph Williams losing his spot. He's shown himself in the Big 12. I think Cam Perry is our most explosive receiver, and we're gonna use him well. But I think Ernest Campbell is a 4-3 guy. If you have him on the field, how can you not roll the safety? So we just got too many weapons. But I feel like the focus this season is gonna be winning, and everybody else, you're going to have to get it how it comes. As long as we're winning, that brings the eyes. My perfect example would be Jimmy Horn Jr. senior year. He had maybe 400 yards. He still got the opportunity, went out there and did his thing. So as when you're on a winning program, it brings more eyes. If we run the ball and can control the clock, we're going to win games. Receivers just got to do their job. They're going to get their opportunities. But we do have an elite wide receiver room. I like our wide receiver room this year for sure. If you guys are in, if you can get the thumbs up too, I appreciate it. And then if you can also hide this video, appreciate y'all being in here though for sure. Let me see. Flokes blame Georgia Tech on Caden. Georgia Tech quarterback at 150. Yeah, nah, bro. Nah, it wasn't all his fault. He was just a little hesitant on whether we seen that game. He was just hesitant on whether he was going to throw the ball or run the ball. There was times he had green. He should have just ran it, but he was just trying to showcase his arm talent. And he was just overthrowing him. And DeKalon Taylor, he was kind of like, he's not the tallest dude. So he just misshot him in the heat of the game. The offense by Marion is set up to allow deep wide receiver room to cook. Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yards, rushing. CU had 3 turnovers and did nothing with the team. Scored 0 points. Facts, bro. I was 6. That was our time for us to take over the game right there. Yeah, but that's football. That happens not often. Is a quarterback supposed to have 150 yards rushing either? Nah, not at all. We blew it. We blew it all year holding the team's running backs, bro. Our running game, especially in the third and fourth quarter, we even went into the half with leads and we knew that big play, the dam was gonna crack. And that starts with our D linemen. And that's why you see our new D linemen like Big Oos from Baylor talking about they're gonna set the tone, they're gonna be the most physical. You have to be, because that was one of our most least dominant groups last season. No disrespect to y'all young men. Y'all still put your heart and soul into playing football. I ain't gonna ever take away from y'all talent. Like, it's easy to go out there and play nose tackle in college football these days. A lot of us couldn't do it. You feel me? But we have to upgrade from last season for sure. Not like Haynes Kings did that many times last year. Yeah, Haynes Kings was ACC player of the year. He went stupid, and he probably gonna be like a 5th round draft, 6th, 7th round draft pick. No offense, but if anything needs to stop, it's all the 2-hour speeches. Yep. Are you talking about Coach Prime? What speeches are you talking about, bro? Tap in. Almost every game last season, teams broke rushing records on us, but y'all blame literally only Salter. I get, nah, bro. We gave up over 400 yards rushing, and in the fourth quarter, we gave up almost 7 yards per rush, bro. Our run defense was atrocious. We couldn't stop nobody last season for sure. That's not even an argument right there. I hope we're not arguing about Colorado's rush defense last season. They were pissed. That is what it is, bro. We couldn't stop nobody. The stats don't lie. We kind of got it right towards the end of the year with Myers, and we started Frenching. Like I'm saying, Hughes looked good in practice. That's what I'm saying. When you were watching the film, Hughes was making plays. He was bringing belt in practice. I don't know if Hughes was the right fit for the Livingston, for the, what was it, 4-5-2, 4-2-5, whatever it is. But yeah, I just want to see Boo Carter prove those ball hitters on. Oh, Boo Carter. We keep his head on straight. We keep him in Boulder. We keep him locked in. Boo Carter gonna be on one. But I think that's the reason why you get him with Coach Prime too. Keep him locked in. Keep him focused. What is there to do in Boulder, bro? If you get in trouble, not even putting that on him, but if you get in trouble in Boulder, you just looking to get in trouble. There ain't nothing out there, bro, except for beautiful mountains and snow bunnies. I agree with Cam. I agree with that, Cam, for sure. Too much drama. What's the word? I like Gage Goldberg, but he's nothing but a tackling dummy. Maybe he would see the field. Yeah, he was a freshman last season, right? I think he's going on to a sophomore year. It takes a lot for a freshman to get on the field at linebacker. We're coming off of them big dogs, bro. Nakai Hill-Green, Levante Bentley, elder classmen like juniors, seniors, guys who didn't even they were graduates. All they did was lift and do therapy. They did football 24/7. For a freshman who's still going to class, he has to learn his playbook, go to class and stuff. It's going to be, I'm not saying it can't be done, but there wasn't a lot of college freshmen all together in 2026 who went crazy like that. Boo Carter sure looks like he is enjoying his time in Boulder right now, which gives me hope. Nah, for sure. They surrounded him with he found his crew. You can see from what Boo Carter found the people he kind of vibe with, his other bro, Fontenette, Hardy, you know what I'm saying? And when you get somebody with a good support system, who better as a coach, though, to just be like, hey, that was yesterday, dog. You feel me? Like, if he could just do what Travis Hunter did, which is just go to class, football first, and go home and play video games, Boo Carter going to be straight. That's what you see, and that got him a number 2 pick in the draft and the Heisman Trophy winner. That's a fact. He has the skill. He has these skill sets to play on Sundays. He does. Box Game 22, what's up, bro? Why the heck did Joe get surgery? Joseph Williams just got surgery? Or are you talking about, I thought Ben Finnisif got surgery. Who just got surgery, bro? Let me know. Y'all be having the inside scoop, bro. Players get surgery all the time in the offseason. Not a big deal. He had surgery, for sure. It's a big deal. Everybody ever see, bro. There it is. Hey, is it Joseph Williams that has surgery? Let me know. I think the season will come down to 3 things. Tap in. Let me know what that is. Keeping things 100. Let me know. I think defense last year, the trenches was non-existent for some reason. So the linebacker having to play crazy good. Yeah, you got to be. There's nothing better from a linebacker than to scrape and fill, see a good angle and be able to feel that. Now, what we was talking about earlier was just we got a brand new linebacker squad coming in this season, getting them adjusted to the Big 12 physicality, them offensive tackles and them guards pulling. Are they going to be able to attack, shed, and make the play? But Gideon Lamprin does look a real skitty to where he can get low, he can dip his shoulder, he can lean in. He makes a lot of plays in the backfield, a lot of tackles for loss. Tyler Martinez, I know he's coming off an injury from last season from New Mexico State. Lapu from Texas, you know, production from another Power 4 school like Texas should be able to adjust pretty well to the physicality. Not sure if he was in a 4-2-5. Some of these guys are maybe coming up from 4-3s or 3-4 systems too, right? D-line, okay. Linebacker play, okay. Juju growth at quarterback for sure. I would add in a running game. Listen, this is going on year 4. We've talked about it. We've never had a rusher go over 500 yards yet, right? Understandable. Running the ball wins you games in college football, bro. I don't care. If you can run the ball and you can take time off the clock and keep the other guys off the field, you win the game, bro. You feel me? Every team deals with players having off-season surgeries. Very common for sure. You want to get that done in the off-season too, so we can get you back in time for the summer. You might miss the spring game though. That might hurt you if we can't get a real evaluation off you in the spring and you come back in the summer. Don't be surprised if that spot's already looking. We locking in on that depth chart. That's when you see guys try to kind of get back into the depth chart. Dallin Hayden last season, you feel me? He was looking good. Gets hurt. Simeon Price rises. Michael Welch is there. Trailer, Trackcock. He has to, coming off an injury, you got to get back into the depth chart. The Northwestern game is a trap game. They're going to open their new stadium versus CU. Bro, great point. I did the breakdown on the schedule. Northwestern, we looking at the name, right? Northwestern. Nah, Northwestern is one of them. They're coming off of I don't know if they were 6-8 or 7-5 last season. Wasn't nothing crazy that maybe 5-7 something, but they had a better record than us last season. I'm gonna say that. And on paper, it looks like one of them schools, like a North Dakota State or Wyoming. Nah, bro. Nah, yeah, it's gonna be tough. That's why we're keeping it real. And when I hear other people talk about what their realistic records could be for Colorado, I don't get offended by it because of what the schedule looks like, bruh. 11 Power 4 teams on the schedule. And you got to think about it. We're playing those good weather games early in the season, bruh. When you get to them November, December games, November and late, it all comes down to the trenches. When it's raining and it's snowing, that's when our D-line, our skill players ain't going to really matter at that point. It's going to be about running the ball and if we can move the guy in front of us. So when you get to that later schedule playing them Power 4 teams and you're facing them O-lines and them D-lines with NFL grades on them, and we going to have to be able to move them, bro. That's why I'm looking at the weather too. Like our schedule, I'm trying to get some games in good weather so we can use a lot of our explosive Cam Perry and Scudero and all these guys. When it's snowing and when it's pouring down rain, what's it going to be? We're going to need to be able to run the ball with Damian Henderson, Richard Young, Michael Welch, and control the clock. Oh, JoJo has surgery. That's crazy, bro. What did he get surgery on? Appreciate that, RMJ Media. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, we just breaking it for sure. Cam. No, they don't. Playing in that new stadium. They announced that a week ago. Cam Duncan's on demon time. Northwestern won't play their home game in the new stadium. Oh, yeah. No, we're not getting that. We're not getting the game inside the new stadium. I think we're gonna miss that. But Northwestern is not no easy slate, bro. Like I did that breakdown on them, bro. They got a cool, decent team, cool coaching staff. Yeah, like you were saying about Lamprin, I thought he was bigger too. Pause. But I think he got enough drive. He'll be good for sure. Nah, I agree with you, Ulysses. I definitely, yeah. Smaller in stature doesn't mean you can't ball. FCS level versus Power 4. He was one of our highest pickups in the portal though. So ESPN, great PFF grade. He gotta work. Yeah, he gotta work. He has to work for sure. Appreciate that, Ulysses, though. Appreciate that, bro. Granted, we can't see everything, but the coaches giving their life story ain't working. Here and there is cool, but last season seems like it's every meeting. They was doing what he could to motivate the team, bro. He brought in Randy. We had Denzel. What else do you have to do when you feel like, I don't know, maybe usually, I heard that speech he gave against TCU in 2023, bro. I was ready to go out there and play. We ain't here now. We ain't coming no more. We here, but what does it mean when I ain't gonna lie? When losing breeds doubt, it starts bringing dissension between the players and the coaches, and People are not happy with their playing time. So you got to bring you can read the room, bro. When you're a coach and you've been coaching players, you can see players who are down. You can see players who are buried in the depth chart, people who ain't getting playing time. That's when you start figuring, that's when you got to try to bring the room up. You got to try to bring the morale up, because I ain't gonna lie, Ryan Pine all season or being on special teams only and losing. We're not talking about being on a special teams team where you're winning and you going out on kickoff and we putting belt 56-0, 65-0 and we winning. I'm talking about being a special teams player only on a losing team, bro. That'll mess with your mind, bro. And you're not cracking the depth chart. You're not getting nowhere. You're not going to see the field anytime soon. So sometimes you need a little bit of speech to bring the morale up. But sometimes, yeah, the players just have to respond themselves. Bet 100 the run game, I believe, will be a solid 1K plus this year. Oh, for sure. I'm so confident in ROC. I'm assuming the run game will lack. Oh, yeah, nah. We're going to have at least four guys go for 500 for sure. But Brendan Marion does like to have that standout guy crack out like he did at Sacramento State, get 1,000. I want to say at UNLV he had 1,000-yard running back or close. But he's going to do what he do with the personnel for sure. But this is a good opportunity for Marion to come into the Big 12 and show what he could do as a full-time offensive coordinator against some great defensive coordinators too. So just how Brendan Marion is elevated from an FCS level, now he's facing some Power 4 coaches and some great defensive minds as well. So that's why I'm looking forward to seeing the battle. That's why I asked that question if you were on Bips earlier about Brendan Marion versus a new Georgia Tech. Marion trying to see what he thought about that, because that guy is blitz heavy, likes to put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So I'm going to look to see how he responds, what he dials up for Julian Lewis to respond to that pressure that he's going to bring. Probably some good zone blitzes, maybe some corner blitzes, some safety blitzes. He's really going to test a young quarterback's mind, make sure that he can read it and read it fast. I was looking at the black kicker stats, and he might be worse than mine, and we all knew that was dumpster juice. Yeah, we got to be able to kick, especially during them bad weather games where we're going to need our kicker to come through for sure. Yeah, because you're not around the facilities when they are doing that. I can tell you right now, they are doing all that and even more recovery for sure. They ain't going to film the players to recover. That's why you never see it. They do it when the camera is not live. So, wouldn't sleep as Northwestern. I believe Chip Kelly is the head coach. Folks sleeping. Nah, I just did a breakdown on the whole Big 12 schedule, and I really had to take a look. Like, hold on. Same way we looked last season and looked at our schedule, and we're just like, oh, we're going to be good, bro. Like, we 3-9, 1-8, belt. You feel me? So I just really looked at the schedule, and I was like, damn, bro, like these teams are good from last season. They lost in the portal like we did, but they gained in the portal too. So as we get closer to the season, I already did a Georgia Tech breakdown for sure. I already talked about who they got. They lost. Yeah, I already did a breakdown on Georgia Tech or whatever, but Chip Kelly is the OC, I think, for sure. Right on. If that team can't get motivated by Ray Lewis' speech, that's him. Bruh, for sure. Ray Lewis, Randy Miles. I'm saying Coach Prime brought out all the stops he could. He was coming back off of surgery. First of all, salute to him for coming back that way early from surgery, bro. All the needles you have in you, bro. All the IVs, all the scars and stuff, bro. Salute to him coming back that early already, bro. He probably had sick time, didn't even use it. Respect there. But when you get back and stuff has gotten too far, stuff has get slid, the standard hasn't been upheld, that's when you go get somebody like a Brendan Marion, who's a head coach, who's going to uphold the standard while you're there. Was Pat Shurmur that guy? Who was second in charge last season? Let's do this in the chat. Who was, when Coach Prime was gone, who was in charge? Can we answer that? Was it Livingston? Was it Shurmur? Who was running the team while Prime was gone last season? So, yeah, you gotta try to keep it motivated. You know what I mean? But then again, there's only so much motivation you can do. At some point, the players have to go out there and do the playing too. Wouldn't sleep on Northwestern. Chip Kelly was the head coach now too, for sure. OCU, right? Bet. All right, we got any more questions? Let's keep it lit in the chat. I'm about to get back to this review. Let's see what they have cracking.
Big chest, heels down. A little bit more. Give me a little bit more. Come on. Yeah, come on. 2 more. Yeah, come on. 1 more to go. Make it your best.
Tight end crew too. Like who y'all? I mean, I like Zach Atkins, Lopez. You know, we about 4 or 5 deep at tight end.
Forward, and it's throwing your body forward and making you roll your knee forward, right? So keep the weight on your front leg. So when you come down, your body's not going nowhere. You just going up and down. Your back foot is stepping back. You know what I mean? Okay. If you go here, then when you roll forward, it's going to put pressure to your knee and quad.
What a fleet.
Who is that? Houston. Yeah. Damn, CU is really changing up the recruiting style. They are already offering 2029 kids. They typically didn't offer kids early with Corey Phillips. That's a good strategy. I mean, you want to at least show interest, bruh. I think that's what's been a lot of the stuff going on is like at least show some interest in the Colorado kids that are there. I'm not saying that you gotta be everybody gets offered, but if there's a kid that's going crazy in Colorado, we want to be the first to be able to grab them. We want to sew it up. We got our state sewed up. You don't want everybody to keep coming grabbing your state, your kids. That's like Georgia letting other schools just come get everybody from Georgia. Now Georgia gonna be like, nah, you know he coming to Georgia, bro. You know we gonna have to get him from Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Q for 6 got all the way up. He looked 60% of some drills on the little vids. It's between him, Perry, and Scooter. I want my boy to win, but his best man. Q for 6 probably has the biggest mystery for me heading into 2026 because he has the talent and he's just as good as all those guys. Let's get that understood right now. It's just some of these guys, like Scudero, is coming off of being a primary X receiver and put up numbers. Gibson was only a freshman. I don't want to do that. Perry and Scudero are older than Gibson. So Gibson was fresh out of high school last season, like literally just freshly turned 18. Perry and Scudero, we're seeing guys who are three years in, about to be 4 years in. Some of them might be, 4 years in. So we're seeing guys who've been there, done that. We got to give Q for 6 a little bit more time because he's only a freshman. But route running, elusiveness, big catchability, all that, Q got it. He just ran a 4.42. We know what he has. It's just I look at Q for 6 as can he be what he was in high school at the college level? And that's what he wants for himself. I mean, he would say it himself. He wants to be a Travis. He wants to be a true, can he play outside, inside? Once you get based on his stature, he's going to have to play like he's going to have to play bigger. He's going to have to, can Q be a true Lightfoot into the studio? What up? Who is this? What's up, bruh? Into the studio. What up?
Hey, what's up, dog?
What's the word, bruh?
Can you hear me?
Yep. What's good?
What up? Hey, what's up, dog?
What's the word, bruh?
Can you hear me?
Yep. What's good?
Oh man, ain't nothing much. I've been messing with this thing ever since I asked you to go live.
You just getting on here, bruh?
I'm just getting on there, man.
What's the word though? You are live. Let me. What you got going on? What's good?
I'm just getting on there, man.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some time. I'm
gonna give you some time, man. Just ready to get into these Buffaloes and see what they gonna do this year.
Oh yeah, not for sure. Where you coming? Where are you watching from?
Get into these Buffaloes and see what they gonna do this year.
Oh yeah, not for sure. Where you coming? Where you watching from?
I'm watching from Atlanta, Georgia, man. I stay actually about 3 miles from Georgia Tech.
Oh, you gonna be at the game?
I'm watching from Atlanta, Georgia, man. I stay actually about 3 miles from Georgia.
You echoing in the background, bruh. You gonna be at the game?
Oh, most definitely, man.
All right, for sure, fam. You got anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got a delay. It's a delay in the mic.
It's all good. Can you hear me? Hey, what you think our record's gonna be in 2026 and who you most excited about? All right. Okay. Well, hopefully that brother gets back on there. That was crazy. I forgot I sent that link out. Hey, I sent the link. Hey, who want to jump on? Hold on, let me see if I can post the link again. There you go. Hello? Hey, if you in here tonight, you want to jump on, tap in, bruh.
We do here quick set real quick. Yeah, you got to control that thing. That's what you want. Don't worry about Joe.
Let's go.
Let's see what you know how to do. You know how to do something. Let go, eh? Let go, eh? Let go. Don't strain where your eyes at, homeboy.
Yeah, I feel like this team definitely has the we have what it takes on paper. The transfer portal players look good. It's just about coaching. We did our thing in the coaching room in the same way we did in the portal. We got, we have one of the biggest signings we had was Brendan Marion, an offensive guard. He's decorated. Going to be highly sought after this season. We're going to have to retain him if he does what we think he's supposed to do. Hold on real quick. We got Lightfoot in here. I ain't going. Oh, he just cut. All right, my bad, bro. 9-3 possibly. I will revisit after the Georgia Tech game. Yeah, Georgia Tech game. We all agree. Georgia Tech game is going to be the game where we got to come out and dominate. And it can't even be a chess match. You know what I'm saying? It got to be a domination. We got to go out here and do our thing. I sent the link. If anybody else is trying to jump on tonight and get, talk your stuff, there go the link right there. I'll put the link on the screen right here. It's also in the chat. It's Friday night. We chilling. If y'all want to come in and tap in, hold on real quick. I'll put the link on the screen. You back? It's also in the chat. It's Friday night. We chilling. If y'all want to come in and tap in, hold on real quick. Yo, you back? Lightfoot, what's up? He's lit. All right, bruh. All right, he's having a little technical difficulties. But yeah, 2026 is one of these seasons where we just want to be able to support our team and also have them be able to live up to the expectations, because coming into the season, we already know what it's going to be. You already know what 10-2, right on, Sean. You already know what the expectations are, but we also got people that's trying to bury us this season, bro. So it's on us, the players, the coaches, the coaching staff. It's going to take all hands on deck, especially offseason. We're already paying attention to what we control in the offseason right now. We got to get back. We got to do a lot of those military together, team bondness. We already see them kicking it together. That's cool. That retreat, we got to get maybe 2 of those retreats in for the summer. No phones, no nothing. Just get to know your brother, because brothers play for each other. Teams go out there and play for them. Players go out there and play for themselves. Brothers play for each other. You feel me? Like, we got to get that. That's what I feel like was missing last season. I wasn't in the locker room. I know there were still some close bonds amongst some units that they still got right now. Who am I to say that they weren't brothers like that? But it has to be like that on the field. It has to be one big marching band. It has to be everybody stepping. You feel me? Like, it got to be like that. Losses equal Utah, Texas Tech, and sleeper Houston. Oh, yeah. Houston got better. Utah got better. Texas Tech for sure got better. Nice collective money. When you win in, you get more donorship. You get more people pouring into the program too. So, yeah, bro. One band, one sound. Absolutely. Lightfoot, you back, bro? You good? To the program too. So, yeah, Lightfoot, bro. You there? One band, one sound. Absolutely. Lightfoot, you back, bro? You good?
So can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. What's up? What you got the record being this season? Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Okay, yeah, I'm in there, man. I don't know, this thing keep cutting off on me.
All right, it's all good, brother. I appreciate you tapping in, fam. How long you been a Colorado fan?
For the record, man.
I appreciate you tapping in, fam. How long you been a Colorado fan? For the record, man.
I'm gonna say 7-5.
Oh, 7-5? Okay.
I'm gonna say 7-5.
Lil Bucky, what's up, bruh?
Oh, 7-5? Okay.
But I've been a Buffalo fan for probably about 20 years.
Lil Bucky, what's up?
Oh, so you a real Colorado fan?
But I've been a Buffalo fan for probably about 20 years.
Oh, so you a real Colorado fan?
Oh yeah. I like a lot of the old players that went to the NFL.
Oh, for sure, bro. All right, I appreciate you tapping in. I'm gonna see if somebody else taps in on the link. I appreciate you tapping in, brother.
Oh, for sure, bro. All right, I appreciate you.
All right. Appreciate you, bro. All right, Nathan, Mitchell, Welch, and Ben not starting. Who make that depth chart? Nathan Mitchell. Hold on, you ain't got Nathan Mitchell starting box game 22 at free? Who you got starting over him? Hardy? Welch and Ben. Nah, Ben for sure isn't starting. Yeah, you got to turn him. He'll get it right. I definitely got Nathan Mitchell starting at free. Who you got starting at free? Hardy from Oklahoma? Or who? Jaja Boyd? Lil Bucket, what's up, bro? What you been on? I like Nate Mitchell's tape, bro. He come downhill. He's part of the belt crew. Who you got starting over Mitchell? Box game, bro? Mitchell brings the belt. All right, we're doing a live reaction to the Pregame Network, too. I don't know how much is left in this video. Oh, it's a cool amount. I'm about to go see. I'm going to finish this video, see what they was talking about.
Come on. Easy work. Don't let it touch. Control that thing, you know? There it is. That's good work, baby.
Lord. Livingston's out of there. Livingston's done.
Eight.
Hey, Presto.
Hey, do you think we got anybody? You think we got anybody on defense as a freshman that can crack the starting rotation? Is there any freshman on defense that we feel can start this year? Carson Crawford is, he doesn't. Carson Crawford and the Hood, the linebackers, I'm not gonna say they're gonna be on special teams for sure, but depth chart, we got any freshman D line that we think, any freshman corners, safeties? Let me know if you got any freshmen that you feel can start on defense.
Is you working or you twerking, sir?
Work.
I'm just checking your temp. That's all. Oh, I'm working. Who?
Hey. He don't be working.
Sound good. Put the camera on me when I was talking to you.
Working, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Hey, can y'all believe this is Mathis's third season, bro? Preston Ashley or Crawford? Hey, that's a good. Yeah. Preston Ashley, bro. Yeah, I'm looking. I want to see how he looks. Not for sure. I'm looking forward to see how Preston Ashley actually looks on film, bro. I want to see him in one-on-ones for sure. Crawford, yeah, definitely his tape went crazy for sure in high school, especially coming out of Texas. It's always good to see Texas play some good football. Cedric Sledge Smith, for sure. Now, Cedric Smith, was he a freshman last season? He about to be a sophomore, or he's about to be a sophomore this season? Preston Ashley, the only one who has a chance. The freshman linebackers are third string for sure. Hey, I can't believe Mathis is about to be his third season already, bro. Is he even on kickoff? Is he on kickoff return, punt, or punt return? Or is Mathis just like relegated? Now, I ain't even trying to be funny. Or is he just like practice squad? Like literally practice squad only. Not even trying to make a joke. Red shirt freshman. Okay, right on, little bucket for sure, bro. Is yeah. Hopefully Mathis can crack the rotation.
Yeah, tip out.
RJ Johnson and Vickers. Boy, oh boy. Okay. I ain't gonna hold you. It looks like RJ Johnson We got RJ Johnson and Vickers, one of the few returners on the defensive side. They're going to be competing, and I'm pretty sure they kept it 100 with them. Like, you guys are going to be in competition. We're going to bring people in to start. But starters are one in camp, though. Like, starters are one in the spring and in the summer. So I think RJ Johnson definitely has an opportunity to lock up the other side. Vickers, I ain't trying. We'll see. We'll see how much he developed from last season. I know I'm going to go live with you tomorrow on my computer. My phone is not connecting right. It had a bad delay. Hey, I appreciate that, Larry Lightfoot, for sure, bro. Appreciate you tapping in from Georgia, brother. Yeah, well, I'll be here. I'll be here tomorrow, fam. Well, RJ Johnson, I think he has a solid opportunity to start next season. I want to see his development and how he's looking in versus our receivers. Makari Vickers, how y'all feel about RJ Johnson and Vickers? For sure. When we get I'm gonna hurry up and get through this.
The barbell is gonna come up, and I'm not what I'm looking for. I want to hear clicks every time. Clicks every time. And on the barbell, you just got 2 minutes. I just saw it. Go back.
This you, Vinny?
What is that?
It's a little weight. This you? Yeah.
Long snapper. Little bucket, bro. You be having me rolling, bro. Man, I just ain't seeing that film. You gotta be weak. That's crazy, bro. We gotta talk after the video, fam. For sure. It's good. It's good, bro. Tap in.
Make a vending machine edit.
Give me something for the edit, bro. I need a quote right
Everybody wants to be a vending machine until it's time to do vending machine. Drop that.
I don't know what that meant, but okay.
He said we're gonna make a vending edit.
A vending edit?
We need a Luke edit too. What we got?
Hard long snapping edit? That'd be pretty tough.
Yeah. What's your quote, bro? We need something for the quote.
For the quote?
Yeah, bro. You need something to start the edit on.
Ooh. I love this quote by LeBron.
Let's be real about the Mathis brothers. They would not be on this team in the Power Four if their daddy was not a coach. Yeah, I definitely want to see them get an opportunity to see the field this year. I want to see them be able to put belt and do their thing. I think that's a good place to end it right here, though. I've been on for about an hour. I'll be back on tomorrow around 11 or 12. I'll make the post, and I appreciate everybody jumping on this late night live. I know y'all probably got something to do. Y'all chilling on a Friday. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Caleb can play. Caleb can run some routes for sure. I hope he sees the field this year. Larry Lightfoot, appreciate you tonight. Sean, Lil Bucket, tap in with me, bruh. Yeah, we'll figure this out. See how we can tap in for sure. All right, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, bro. I'm gone. Oh, hold on. I was saying, how you feel about the TCal live today? Oh yeah, for sure. Was you on there? I was on there. I was on there earlier. I felt like it was informative. I felt like I'm just there for the questions that I want to ask because I like to pick his brain because he's a. Okay, you was on there. Oh yes, well then you probably seen some. Well, yeah, it was going crazy. I was on there because I want to pick his brain because I think he's a very bright football mind. Anybody would be crazy to not say that he isn't. The outside stuff between what he got going on in Colorado, that's his business. You feel me? Like, hey, he's standing on his business. He's standing on his square. It is what it is on that. But I'm glad they're back. You feel me? I used to watch they stuff faithfully. You feel me? Like, so I'm glad we get to get a perspective. I don't know how. Oh, yeah, I don't know if you see Cam. He was on one earlier, boy. Little Bucket, you done opened the, bruh. T-Cal a hater and act like a bitter ex-girlfriend. What's up, Rick Anderson? What's the word, brother? Yeah, I was on there earlier. I was on Big Dog Chico's live earlier because I was expecting Brendan Marion to be on there, so I was definitely trying to soak up that game. I was on DMVR's earlier. I was on Matt McChesney's yesterday. And when you go on these lives, bro, it's crazy that you brought that up. When you go on these lives, you just get a different viewpoint from everybody. Everybody got to get their stuff off, bro. Everybody got to get their stuff off. You feel me? T-Cal, man, because Coach Prime shut it down. Oh, bro, that's crazy. What's good, Albie? Was that you who said that to me, Rick Anderson, bro? I ain't going to hold you. You had me weak. Got me messed up. I know Albie sure, bro. Dog said coaches still telling him info on a program. That's crazy. Yeah, bro. If that's what's going on, I don't want to be in it. It wasn't me. I didn't say nothing. I ain't trying to. I'm trying to be around the squad. You feel me? I ain't trying to get on the ban list at all. But I still like to go watch the people I like to watch, though. So I just ain't gonna be in it like that because it ain't none of my business. Hey, why you you get that smoke off Coach Hart's name, bro? He said, I think it's Coach Hart. You telling on Coach Hart, bro? Lil Bucket said, I think it's Coach Hart. I'm weak. Why you think that, Lil Bucket, bro? Why you think it's Coach Hart? You think Coach Hart's telling? That's crazy. Hardy and Vandy for sure will start. Ooh, it's gonna be hard. I can see Hardy, but Mitchell's tape makes it so hard for him not to start. But that'll be a good competition. Don't change once you get the crowd, bro. Usually gonna pop. For sure. Nah, not at all, brother. For sure. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was on Matt McChesney's live yesterday. I was on Big Dog Chico Pregame Network. They're live. I was waiting for Brendan Marion to hop on there. DNVR. Then I seen Buffton Prime is on there. Jumped on there too. His live be going crazy. He got demoted. He finna spill the beans. Oh man, that's crazy. Nah, that is true. I couldn't tell you exactly how many people have, but yeah, it was probably crazy. And yeah, it happens, bro. It happens. I mean, I've seen people unsubscribe from my channel before because I said Jordan Seaton was in the portal. They was like, nope, you're out of there. I was like, all right, it is what it is. You feel me? Like, but I just wish, bro, I really wish he would have came to Colorado because that would have been a great talent scout for sure, recruiter, talent evaluator. Yeah, Cam Duncan was on one earlier, but he just goes in that live just to turn it up. It's crazy. I was like, bruh, that was wicked. But yeah, for the most part, I'm just hoping that I mean, T-Cal Cole seems so clueless. I mean, when he's even on the channel. Oh, bruh, nah, salute to bruh, salute to bruh. I feel like the longer I stay in here, the more I'm going to get into some stuff, bro. Who's this? Oh, private chat. See you. Get me back on. Oh, okay, for sure. Oh. What the hell did I do? Oh, here we go. Do you think Coach Prime really on hot seat? That's a great question, bro. That's a great question, Little Bucket. I'm going to say... I don't want to say it's Coach Prime in particular, but I think the whole this movement has to work because Colorado is still a university. They're going to be a university after this, right? So they got to clean it up as far as like if it's going to be prime time Buff Nation up there, they got to win. That's the only way this works. It's the only way this works is. For me personally, if it's, we got all the celebrities there, we got all the rappers there, we got all this. If we're winning and we're bringing in money, that works. It's still a business. You know what I'm saying? They got to get back to selling out the season ticket. That's what I'm saying. That was a great question, bro. That was the thing about Colorado is who's the draw? Who's the money maker? Who's the Shador? Who's the Travis? Who's bringing in the money? How do we get this year's team back over here? Who's our front? Who we putting on? Is it Juju? Is it Julian Lewis? Is it Boo Carter? Who's our Shador? Who's putting their hands up to the student section, having them going crazy? Who got Boulder rocking right now? That's what we brought Coach Prime here. It can't be the coach. Coach Prime can't be the. You need a player to have the student section turn. Coach Prime is saved. Christian, he's off surgery. He got Carucci now. He can't. Coach Prime can't do it no more. It got to be a player that has him turned. So I think as far as the financials, I think this. I feel like this. The money has to get back. We brought Prime. It has to be selling out. The hotels need to get back selling. When you bring that much money into an economy like Coach Prime has brought for the last 3 years, and they see that dip in the money, that's when they start asking that question in Colorado. Hey, that's when Novo comes in. That's when Lovo, whatever his name is, they looking at the numbers. Where's our season ticket holders? Are we selling out? Where's our TV ratings? So when you drop in the TV ratings, that's TV revenue being lost. We got to get to those game day slots. We got to get to those. We got to have The Rock and Stephen A. and all those guys back in. We got to get all those guys back in Boulder. We got to get this revenue up. It's about money. So when I say, do I think he's in a hot seat? I think they got to start bringing in that chicken. They got to start selling out that crowd. There can't be no empty seats. People can't be leaving at halftime. Them jersey sales got to go up. Who's the hottest selling jersey last year? Who's the hottest selling jersey seller? Salter last season? Probably Omarion Miller. Let me see. Y'all got me turned back. Hood-sided and Mendoza should be the new name since he loved them so much. He's talking about T got going over Indiana. I mean, I'm lit. I'm turning everyone up. It's joy. Bruh. I think any games less than 7 is a failure. Nah, for sure. We got to get to that Big 12 championship. We got to get to the playoffs, bro. Colorado wants playoffs. They want that playoff money. They want that revenue sharing. They want that comes with the playoffs and bowl. And they want that money, bro. They want that college football playoff monies, bro, for sure. So when y'all talk about is he on the hot seat, the program wants to make that money on. They need that chicken. They need TV ratings back up. They need butts in the seat. We need jersey sales. We need people flying in. We need our hotels and our restaurants and everybody selling out. And that doesn't happen with a 3-9, 1-8 team. People was like, I ain't coming to watch this. And you don't have a superstar. So who you coming to watch? There has to be somebody who emerges as like that guy. We need a Coach Prime has to win for sure. Common Sense Buffs. What up, brother? As bad as CU was last year, they would have had 67 wins last year. This year has to be around that or even better. Yeah, you got to think about the fan base out there. Die-hard Boulder fans just saying, you guys suck. The same way they'll bring you up, they'll tear you down, bro. College football fans are crazy. If you ain't winning there, that's when you start getting your car. They like, we thought you were going to deliver. Who brought you guys here? You guys suck. And then the way we doing it too, that's when all the talk start coming. That's when all the is this really what Boulder needs right now? I mean, the guys are out there with their hippity-hoppity, and we're not winning any games. You know how that goes, bro. So they better start winning. That's a fact. You got to win because that list looks – now you give it more reasons, even more like, well, if it's going to be like this, we might as well get our guys in there. You know how it go, bro. So, yeah, this is a very important season before – you start turning off people with you're losing and you're doing it in a certain way, and it starts turning off that Boulder crowd, and they be like, I don't even want to watch this anymore. Those guys don't play hard. They don't – all that stuff. That it just opens the door for all that stuff, bro. But I feel Coach really hard to comprehend the games in today's time because it's fast-paced, not like old school football anymore. It's different blitz packages and coverages. And, yeah, that's why you bring in somebody like Brendan Marion, like – Coach Prime Deion Sanders he was an awesome player, smart guy. He knows the X and O's, but there's always guys who can make you better and make you sharper. And somebody who can call the game without you even calling the game. Brendan Marion can call the game. And all Coach Prime got to do is listen in on the mic and hear the call. Former head coach can run it. Same thing with Livingston. Livingston showed that in 2024. Livingston looks like he's already – I don't want to – Livingston looks like we just got to see – if he gets his guys this season to do what he needs to do. It's really not hard to get college young minds to help develop players, but he'd rather keep his friends, so we will see. Yeah, I just know for Colorado this season, it's about selling out those games, money. It's about season ticket holders. It's about the stadium revenue. They're paying for all this new stuff. They got to get the concession sales up. They need an attraction. They need a jersey seller. Whose jersey would you guys buy next year? Who's it going to be? Who's going to be the top seller jersey? Boo Carter? Julian Lewis? Right? Who's our superstar? Who's our Travis? Who's our Shador? Who's bringing in the views? Who are people tapping in to see? Right now, only time you're going to have people tapping in to see is if they want to see Colorado lose. A lot of people are going to try to tap. Mathis is crazy. Clint Moses 509. Hey, that's your jersey. That's what's up, bro. Notice. Salute, brother. Clint Moses said Mathis. But nah, who's getting the jerseys? Who's making the money for Colorado? Coach Prime is the coach. He can only do so much. His brand can only do so much. He need a Shador, he need a Travis that's going to actually pull in that money to work. People are excited. They could go to work and say, man, my team got a Travis, got a Heisman Trophy winner. Who your team got? Boo and Rambo, superstars on defense for sure. I call them the belt crew. Boo Carter will be the man. Larry Lightfoot for sure. Yep. Boo Carter will be the man for sure. It's Juju job to become a star. Yeah. Nah, I agree. But when Shador handed in them keys, it was literally like, we need your star. That's why Coach Prime is kind of trying to bring out that little bit more boisterous in him. You can't be super quiet as a quarterback for the Colorado Buffaloes. You're going to have to go out there and stand on some business. That's like against Colorado State when Blackman took out Travis Hunter and Shador ran down the field and got in his face and headbutted him. Yeah, we got to stand on business, bro. If you're going to be the quarterback, you got to really be out there, bro. Randon or Boo, number 7 for sure. Common sense. Right on. I think Randon gets 7. Yeah, Randon be bringing belt. I hope all these guys stay healthy and we got a great depth behind them because let's keep it real. Football has injuries, bro. So we got to have the next man up mentality. It can't be a huge gap between our starter and our twos. I need our twos to be there. A great coach can have the twos not missing a beat. A great coach should have a hard problem at night with, damn, who do I start? This guy, because they're so neck and neck. I believe Richard Young is going to be the top running back. Coming over from Alabama, and really they were saying all he had to do was get more opportunities. Yeah, I agree too. For sure. Oh, CSU. Yeah, not a CSU game when Blackman took out Travis Hunter and Shador ran down there and got in his face, and then Shador, and then we went to overtime, and then we won the game. That's when Colorado was turned, bruh. That game went into like 1:30 in the morning, bruh. We got to get back to those days. We got to get back to that type of excitement, those type of TV ratings, that type of support. I need the coaches to teach them how to tackle. They got to get a little bit more live. We had a lot of missed tackles last season, bro. It was crazy. I ain't going to hold you. I don't know how that happens, especially if you got your opportunity. Let's say, I'm just saying, think about missed tackles is a player thing. That's not on the coaches, though. Missed tackles is a player thing. You mean to tell me you got this opportunity, you out there trying to make it to the NFL, and you're being given this opportunity? The least you could do is tackle in football. That's the least you could do. You're a football player on defense. If you get an opportunity to be on the field, you mean to tell me you can't run out there and tackle somebody? Then you wasn't trying to get to the league, bro. If we have the quarterback from Michigan, they would have the CU team ranked in the top 10. So this year is all up to Ju. They weapons we got are crazy. Yeah, Juju Lewis is one of them quarterbacks, if you're talking about projection and where he came out of high school, 5-star, he's an elite quarterback, so he needs to come out and carry this team as an elite quarterback for sure. Nah, that's coaching thing. Teaching you how to tackle in college. If you get into college, little bucket, and you don't know how to tackle by now in college, you got to know how to tackle in college, bro. You got to know how to go out there and wrap up. I mean, in college, bro, if your high school coach didn't teach you how to tackle, and you got a Division I scholarship, I should think they will watch you. You should know how to tackle. But you can improve. I agree. You should be able to improve their tackling. You should know how to goddamn tackle in college, though. Crazy difference between the atmosphere in Boulder versus Fort Collins for the CSU game. The game in Fort Collins was lame. Yeah, I probably agree. They was all hated, bruh. I wanted us to put so much belt on Colorado State, bruh. Why Prime won't give these kids the numbers they want like 0? You got to earn that. You just ain't giving them numbers out. You got to earn that. And I think 2 is retired, right? And Travis's number is retired. That's tough. Prime don't do no hitting drills. He does stud hits, saying Alabama and others aren't hanging around. Oh, yeah. So I'll correct myself. I do feel like you got to do some live tackling in practice, though. Like the first time you live tackle shouldn't be in the game. That's a fact. So I'm going to correct myself on that one. Yeah, you should know how to tackle by the time you get to a Power 4 school, but you also should have some consistent drills to where you're doing some live tackling. Yeah, I agree with that. You got to get realistic a little bit. You got to take those days off like closer to the like Thursday, Friday, probably a light day. You know how it goes. You're heavy Monday, probably heavy Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday's usually a light day after the game, or I think they practice on Sunday. So they missed tackles in practice and coaches allowed it. That's crazy work. That's crazy. Yeah, our tech, you can definitely get better in practice. I'm going to correct myself right there. You could definitely get better in practice, but you should know how to tackle. When you get in the game, you got to be able to make that play too, though. You got to be able to make them tackles, bro. Like, if you're telling me in the game you miss a tackle and the coach goes, man, coach, we didn't practice tackling in practice. That's crazy. If your coaches prepare you to arm tackle in practice, what you think gonna do in the game? I hope they were not preparing them to arm tackle. That's crazy work. Have you ever once seen the Oklahoma drill in the well-out video? Clint Moses, you trying to have him do the Oklahoma? Hey, that was crazy. That is how they practice like in the 90s and early 2000s too, though, bro. This is kind of, I don't know. This is college football. They got so much safety stuff now too. They don't want players to get hurt. Oklahoma drill is crazy though, Clint Moses. I ain't gonna hold you. Oklahoma drill is nasty work. You trying to get somebody put on the stretcher. You do thud because you should know how to tackle by college. Duh, for sure. I just subscribed. Right on, Clint Moses, bro. I appreciate you. Oklahoma drill is wild. You trying to have somebody, you trying to have them put supreme belt on each other in practice. That was the way they were so trash. Coach Prime, like arm tackling and thud. Yeah. But when you get in the game, aren't you supposed to just tackle them? I mean, if you know as a player that arm tackling ain't the way, why are you going to go do it in the game? I do, but that's my thing. I see that. That's a great point you said. When I watch ESPN, Gideon Lamprey, bro, he does a lot of that. Like he does some meet you head up, like tackle, but some of those things he likes to let you get by and like slide and tackle you, like arm tackling. So Gideon ESPN is going to have to work on that, not that arm tackling at a Power 4 level, because a lot of his film is Gideon ESPN. You'll see him like dive in and drag them down, but we need thudders and fillers at this Power 4 level for sure. They have guys who can tackle LaFou, Lamprey, Mitchell, England, Fontenette, Carter, Hopper. Yeah, they filmed. They was bringing belt for sure. Common sense, belt crew. No other school does Oklahoma drills. Now, what's name is on D, but I said, damn, Oklahoma drills? You trying to take it back to the Ray Lewis in them days, bro. Yeah, the Oklahoma drill is not a drill college teams typically do. Yeah, Oklahoma Oklahoma drill. Who remembers Bull in the Ring, bruh? You remember Bull in the Ring when they circle you and you was going in a circle and they call somebody number, you bam, yeah, Bull in the Ring, Oklahoma. That's where you that's where you figure out who wants it and who don't, real quick, for sure. Let me see if I missed any comments here. Just subscribe. But to everybody's point though, bruh, I'm pretty sure these things have been addressed and we shouldn't see the same things in 2026. If well off and reach the people me show the fall of them doing them arm tackle, you won't see me in this live no more. You gonna be sick of it. If you're gonna do the Oakland gym, you might as well play Spirit. That's tough. NCAA only allows one live tackle to the ground a week. Great point, RMJ Media. I was saying earlier, like with these new rules, they protect the players super much now. Like it's all about tackle football is a dangerous game. That's true. The DBs was playing tag in practice. That's why they were all wearing clubs in their hands. Yeah, I better not ever see that again this season, bro. The club hand was crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. The club hand game was wicked work. Yeah, people don't understand that the NCAA has rules when it comes to tackling in practice. For sure. All right, I appreciate everybody being in here tonight, bro. Great live chat, great chat talk. I'm gonna jump back on tomorrow. Shout out RMJ for sure. Shout out y'all, bro. Appreciate y'all being in here, bro. Appreciate everybody. It was always a good time, like always. I'm gone. Say no more. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Peace.